My children, generations of the living in the line of Cadmus, nursed at his ancient hearth, why have you strewn yourselves before these altars in supplication with your boughs and garlands? The breath of incense rises from the city, with a sound of prayer and lamentation. Children, I would not have you speak through messengers, and therefore I have come myself to hear you. I, Oedipus, who bear the famous name. You there, since you are eldest in the company, speak for them all. Tell me, what preys upon you? Whether you come in dread or crave some blessing, tell me, and never doubt that I will help you. In every way I can, I should be heartless, were I not moved to find you suppliant here. Great Oedipus, O powerful king of Thebes, you see how all the ages of our people cling to your altar steps. Here are boys who can barely stand alone, and here are priests by weight of age, as I am a priest of God, and young men chosen from those yet unmarried. As for the others, all that multitude, they wait with olive chaplets in the squares, at the 2 shrines of Pallas, where Apollo speaks in the glowing embers. Your eyes must tell you, Thebes is tossed on a murdering sea, and cannot lift her head from the death surge. A rust consumes the buds and fruits of the earth. The herds are sick, children die unborn, and labor is vain. The god of plague and pyre raids like detestable lightning through the city, and all the house of Cadmus is laid waste, all emptied and all darkened. Death alone battens upon the misery of Thebes. You are not one of the immortal gods we know, yet we have come to you to make our prayer. As to the man surest in mortal ways, and wisest in the ways of God, you saved us from the Sphinx, that flinty sinner, and the tribute we paid to her so long, yet you were never better informed than we, nor could we teach you. It was some God breathed in you to set us free. Therefore, O mighty king, we turn to you. Find us our safety, find us a remedy, whether by counsel of the gods or men. A king of wisdom tested in the past can act in a time of troubles, and act well. Noblest of men, restore life to your city. Think how all men call you liberator for your triumph long ago. Ah, when your years of kingship are remembered, let them not say, we rose, but later fell. Keep the state from going down in the storm. Once years ago, with happy augury, you brought us fortune. Be the same again. No man questions your power to rule the land, but rule over men, not over a dead city. Ships are only holes, citadels are nothing, when no life moves in the empty passageways. Poor children, you may be sure I know all that you longed for in your coming here. I know that you are deathly sick, and yet, sick as you are, not one is as sick as I. Each of you suffers in himself alone, his anguish not another's, but my spirit groans for the city, for myself, for you. I was not sleeping, you are not waking me. No, I have been in tears for a long while, and in my restless thought walked many ways. In all my search I found one helpful course, and that I have taken. I have sent Creon, son of Menoetius, brother of the queen, to Delphi, Apollo's place of revelation, to learn there, if he can, what act or pledge of mine may save the city. I have counted the days, and now this very day I am troubled, for he has overstayed his time. What is he doing? He has been gone too long, yet whenever he comes back, I shall do ill to scant whatever duty God reveals. It is a timely promise. At this instant they tell me Creon is here. O Lord Apollo, may his news be fair as his face is radiant. It could not be otherwise. He is crowned with bay, the chaplet is thick with berries. We shall know soon. He is near enough to hear us now. O prince, brother, son of Menecius, what answer do you bring us from the god? A strong one, I can tell you. Great afflictions will turn out well if they are taken well. What was the oracle? These vague words leave me hanging between hope and fear. Is it your pleasure to hear me with all these gathered around us? I am prepared to speak, but should we not go in? Let them all hear it. It is for them I suffer more than for myself. Then I will tell you what I heard at Delphi in plain words. The god commands us to expel from the land of Thebes an old defilement we are sheltering. It is a deathly thing, beyond cure. We must not let it feed upon us longer. What defilement? How shall we rid ourselves of it? By exile or death. Blood for blood. It was murder that brought the plague wind on this city. Murder of whom? Surely the god has named him? My lord, long ago Laius was our king, before you came to govern us. I know. I learned of him from others. I never saw him. He was murdered, and Apollo commands us now to take revenge upon whoever killed him. Upon whom? Where are they? Where shall we find a clue to solve that crime after so many years? Here in this land, he said. If we make inquiry, we may touch things that otherwise escape us. Tell me, was Laius murdered in his house, or in the fields, or in some foreign country? He said he planned to make a pilgrimage. He did not come home again. And was there no one, no witness, no companion to tell what happened? They were all killed but one. And he got away, so frightened that he could remember one thing only. What was that one thing? One may be the key to everything if we resolve to use it. He said that a band of highwaymen attacked them, outnumbered them, and overwhelmed the king. Strange, that a highwayman should be so daring, unless some faction here bribed him to do it. We thought of that, but after Laius' death, new troubles arose and we had no avenger. What troubles could prevent you hunting down the killers? The riddling Sphinx song made us deaf to all mysteries but her own. Then once more I must bring what is dark to light. It is most fitting that Apollo shows, as you do, this compunction for the dead. You shall see how I stand by you, as I should, to avenge the city and the city's god. And not as though it were for some distant friend, but for my own sake, to be rid of evil. Whoever killed King Laius might, who knows, decide at any moment to kill me as well. By avenging the murdered king, I protect myself. Come, then, my children, leave the altar steps, lift up your olive boughs. One of you go and summon the people of Cadmus to gather here. I will do all that I can. You may tell them that. So, with the help of God, we shall be saved, or else, indeed, we are lost. Let us rise, children. It was for this we came, and now the king has promised it himself. Phoebus has sent us an oracle. May he descend himself to save us and drive out the plague.